American comeback. That's what we're doing. Our country is stronger today than ever before. After 3 years of ridiculous witch hunts and scams and partisan Democrat crusades, the radical left's attempt to poison our democracy and overturn the last election have totally failed. They have been a complete flop, and we today have the highest poll numbers we've ever had. Today just came out. And I don't know if anybody watched last night's debate. It got very big ratings. And you know what? Mini Mike didn't do well last night. I was going to send him a note saying, it's not easy doing what I do, is it? Not easy. It's not easy, Mike. Not easy for any of them. No, Mike didn't do too well. He went way down. It's all right. Mini Mike. How about Klobuchar? Did you see her? She choked. She choked. She choked. She couldn't breathe. Alfred E. Newman looked at her and said something slightly derogatory. And she said, are you accusing me of being dumb? Who would make a statement like that? Because that's really what he was doing, but he doesn't want to say that. No, how about that? Are you saying I'm dumb? That was the end of her campaign in my book, you know. You don't say that, even if it's true, you don't say that. Right? You know, they had a crazy person on today on one of the Fox shows. I tell you, Fox doesn't treat us the way they used to. But we have the great Sean Hannity, we do. And we have Laura. And Tucker. And we have, in the morning, Fox and Friends, Steve and Angel. And Brian's gotten much better. He's moving up. And we have the great Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs says he's the greatest president ever. The great Lou Dobbs, he said, Lou Dobbs, a year and a half, 2 years ago, he said he's the greatest since Reagan. Then he said, about 6 months ago, he's better than Reagan. And then he said a few nights ago, he's the greatest we've ever had. I said, does that include Lincoln and George Washington? He said, that includes them all. That's Lou Dobbs. The great Lou Dobbs. And you've got Hegseth, and you've got Jesse Waters. How about Jesse? And Judge Jeanine. And even Greg got fun. You know, Greg hated us, right? But now he says, look, whether I like him or not, he gets it done. It's all about getting it done, right? We're getting it done. Nobody's ever done what we've done. No, but Fox says it, I don't know, it's different. It was different. In the old days, it was better for us. It was better for us, but it's okay. We'll win anyway. We'll win anyway. No, but they had this woman on, Neil Cavuto doesn't treat us good, Neil Cavuto. He's not too good. She said, I don't like him. Nobody likes him. He's right now, so you had, remember last in the ratings, you remember who was last in the ratings? He got fired, right? You remember? Right? You remember? He's gone. And now Neil's taking his place. Neil's actually a nice guy, but he doesn't like Trump too much. And he put this woman on today, and she said, Donald Trump didn't do well in the debates, and he won because she was referring to Mike Bloomberg, sometimes referred to as Mini Mike. And I said, wait a minute, I won every debate, it's true. And we sent them polls, poll after poll after poll. Not only won them, but won them by a lot. I won every debate. I'm just saying every poll, they do those polls right after 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 people, Time magazine. I said, nobody's allowed to do that. You can't do that. We're at enough of a disadvantage with the fake news. They make up 90% of the story. So where is Dan Scavino? Where's Scavino? Does anyone know who Dan Scavino is? Dan, bring me those pages up here. Bring those pages up. See if you can get them. Go get them. It's such fake news. It's so disgusting. You know what? They'd do better if they told the truth. Do you agree? They'd do better. Oh, someday in 10, 14, 18, 22 years when I'm gone, when we leave office in 26 years or so, they're going to miss us. They're going to miss us. You know, I told the story that a month before I ran, 2016, I was thinking about it. I said to my wife, who's become a great first lady, people love her. You know, they said it's one of the greatest fields ever assembled. And I said, what the hell should I run for if they're so great? But I remember holding up the New York Times, and it was like a leaflet that you give at like a supermarket, right? It's like, you know, the thing was blowing in, it was dead. And now it's successful again. But when we leave, it's all of us. We leave together. We're unified. This is the most unified the Republican Party has ever been. And when we leave, the New York Times, thank you, the great Dan Scavino, most powerful man in politics. Hey, Dan, so Zuckerberg left. Who is #1 in the world on Facebook? And I'm saying this in front of the fake news because if I'm wrong, they're going to report me, right? Who is #1 in the world on Facebook? He walked in, but that's us. He walked in we had dinner recently, just because I want them to pay taxes. I want to find out what's going on. But he walked in, he's smart, and he said, I just want to congratulate you. Small dinner, a few people. He said, you're #1 in the world in Facebook. I said, that's nice. I said, who's #2? He said, Prime Minister Modi of India. I said, wait a minute. He's got 1.5 billion people, and we have 350. So he should be #1, but we're never going to give up that position of #1 in the world for our country, for Facebook, for Twitter, for anything. So he should be #1, but we're never going to give up that position of #1 in the world for our country, for Facebook, for Twitter, for anything. And they still haven't figured it out. They have not figured it out. But look at all that press. Look at all that press. By the way, how bad were the Academy Awards this year? Did you see it? And the winner is a movie from South Korea. What the hell was that all about? We got enough problems with South Korea with trade. On top of it, they give him the best movie of the year. Was it good? I don't know. You know, I'm looking for like, let's get Gone with the Wind. Can we get like Gone with the Wind back, please? Sunset Boulevard. So many great movies.